play saxophone, clarinet, and I sing, and I write music and I improvise music. Archipelago, I put together years ago in my final year of university, and it was more of like an acoustic jazz, free jazz band to start with, and then we lost the piano player. He didn't die, but he had to like move away. But then we kind of regrouped as like an electric band. John Pope, the bass player, switched to electric bass. I started experimenting with pedals and also like bringing more songs in, and now it's kind of a jazz rock trio. um, but we're all improvisers, which kind of means there's lots of parts of the songs where we can go into a different place with them that we don't do on the albums. But yeah, the more time goes on with Archipelago, the more song based it's becoming. So it's me on saxophone, clarinet, voice, and synth, and John Pope on pedals and bass, and then Christian Alderson on drums. And we've done like lots of different collaborations over the years. We did one called Between Waves a few years ago with female musicians, and we collaborated with a spoken word artist, with a strings player, um, with an electronic musician, and with a songwriter. So we're kind of yeah, we're quite fluid in terms of like what we do with our sound and what styles we play in. We haven't actually played a show in Newcastle this year, so it's exciting that we're doing one in Newcastle because it's our hometown. We'll be playing music off our newest album, Echoes to the Sky, which came out last year. But there's because we know that music quite well now, we can be a bit more adventurous with it and explore some parts of it and improvise bits of it. So there'll probably be a bit of that happening. Nowadays, with Archipelago, it's either a case of I've brought something in that's quite fully formed, like a song idea, and there's riffs and grooves and melodies kind of ready to go, and then we will try it together. But because I really love the sound, like the musical personalities of John and Christian, if there's like stuff that they do differently, that will obviously change the song, and then we will like either like usually keep that in or maybe make a decision not to. So sometimes, so yeah, half the music is like me bringing in stuff, and then the other half is things that we sometimes improvise together. And that's happening like because we've been playing together for a long time now. We have started to find that we almost can improvise songs or like frameworks of songs together. So we're kind of working towards doing that a little bit more for our next album, actually, having some music which we've made together, which isn't actually, it's like yeah, songs that are improvised, whereas in the past we would improvise, but it was the aim was never to make a song. It was to like, I don't know, create some kind of sonic landscape, which we still do a lot of. And that's a really important part of Archipelago, actually, I think, is the kind of crafting of landscapes and feeling of like creating a new world. Especially for me, I love that in any music. I'm just constantly trying to escape this world.
Yeah, you're sharing the bill with Taupe, who I think kind of a band you kind of came up with some of the guys in Taupe you studied with
Yes,
around the
I
same
did.
time,
Yeah,
and
yeah. I went to university with all of Taupe, and still like friends with them now. And I play in John Pope's quintet with Jamie Stockbridge, so it's all fairly close knit. And I've played with Adam Stapleford before, and I'm really excited to see them play actually, because this is like their 10-year anniversary. So I think it's going to be like really good energy from them, 10-year-old energy. Well, I think Newcastle's like a little bit of a melting pot of creative musicians at the moment because it's a fairly small city, but it's also got a lot of musicians in it who are really interested in trying new things and being really progressive with their music. And it feels like because it's not really a city that anyone associates with like one genre, apart from maybe folk music, people kind of, there's less rules already in place. So you're just kind of a bit more freed up, and it's a little bit, it's a little bit apart from other cities in the country, and that adds something to the music as well. And I think people like Wes Stevenson, who've been working here for years and bringing really adventurous and exciting music to Newcastle, are like a big part of that as well. And Wes's record label as well, like supporting musicians who are making new music in the area, has been a really big thing for Newcastle. And actually, I can't wait for the festival. It's really exciting every time it's here.